All right. Test.
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 If you have, but the newest episode of Ahsoka.
Yes.
I have been waiting till they all come out so I can just binge it all at once.
Oh my God. This one, they had said before it came out that it was so anticipated that Disney had put it in a few theaters.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Huh.
And I'll tell you, I get it. It was, Brian, am I right? It was awesome.
Yes.
I don't know, how much spoilery we can. I mean, if you've seen the other two episodes or the last episode, you kind of know what was about to come. But like, you weren't ready for how they did it. It was awesome. Where should I go on spoilers, Brian? I mean, how far?
I think we got to wait another week or so.
Okay.
And not really announce who's making the appearance. Go ahead.
My only question, watching that this past episode, it made me think, Brian, you didn't watch the TV show Rebels, right?
Nope, I didn't see Clone Wars or Rebels, actually.
Are you still able to enjoy this? Because there's a lot of stuff that, like, they showed some live action scenes from that show. That's not spoiler. That's, I mean, everything does flashbacks and whatever. So, but I'm watching that going, are the people that like not even just casual fans, people that just didn't watch the cartoons. They're still huge Star Wars fans. I guess if you're a huge Star Wars fan and you didn't watch cartoons, you at least looked up or you were aware of the characters, right? Probably.
Yeah, I mean, I get I was aware of the characters. I get the gist of it. It doesn't require a whole lot to really understand kind of what, a little bit of the backstory,
Yeah.
Hey, is Katie Sackhoff in this at all?
In this series?
Yeah.
No. Not yet.
Okay.
She was in, obviously she was in Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian, yeah.
But they're going to treat this like it's an Avengers thing. They're going to have all these series, and at the end, it's going to be everybody comes together for a movie.
Oh.
That's the plan for this. At least the running plan right now. They could change, or I could have read horse shit. But as far as I'm understanding, this is going to culminate into a movie. I've already heard that they're contemplating, and this could be just a rumor, they're contemplating the next season of Mandalorian just be a movie. How true that is?
I don't know. I read that they were putting it in production. It hasn't started filming or anything, but they're writing scripts. But nobody has made a commitment whether it's a movie or another season.
Okay.
So, but I heard they're talking about a movie, but they're also talking about doing another season of Mandalorian. I read that probably about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's what I read it.
I mean, it's the best. I mean, these last few series, I mean, have been some of the best Star Wars content in a long time. It's certainly better than the last three movies, for crying out loud. So they may as well continue these and capitalize on.
Well,
why not?
Okay. Can we take a moment here? I know you weren't a fan of the sequels, right? They were problematic at some points, but look at it this way. Back and give it 1992, we'll call it, right? 1992, we were all fucking absolutely sure we were not going to get any more Star Wars for the rest of our lives.
That is true.
And now we look at 2023, and we have an overabundance. Whether you didn't 100% like some of the other things, just the fact that we have it and that it's continuing and opening to a broader story. It's just amazing. I think fans need to at least sit and appreciate that.
But we ended up getting the Phantom Menace and Hayden. What is his name? Christian.
Hayden Christensen.
Hayden Christensen. Yeah.
But that dude's
I wish
starting
they'd
to get his
redo those
flowers
three
now.
movies.
Now that dude's starting to get his flowers now. People are starting to come back. again, and that's going to happen with the sequels. I guarantee you, people are going to look back 15 years and go, you know what? They weren't horrible. And then the next year, I kind of dig them. You know what I mean? Like, time heals all wounds. It's just when you see something new and it's so far out there, or maybe even too close, right?
Yeah.
That I think people have the issue.
The only problem I had with the sequel was the first one was I can't remember right now. It was just a retelling of A New Hope.
Sure.
Oh, sure.
I mean, it was just completely A New Hope with a new script, but the same plot. That was the only problem I had with it. I did like the twist, that she was a Palpatine, not a Skywalker. So, this.
My
me,
problem with
they
that,
weren't bad.
I liked them. I liked the characters. I think the second one fucked the third one.
Yeah, for sure.
As a standalone movie, it would have been cool, but as a progression of a Star Wars trilogy, the second one fucked the plot line to where the third one they had to just kind of retcon and force feed some shit and do wild shit. Like, you bring Palpatine back, that is not that's how the story progresses. We got shit on so bad from that second one. We have to do something so crazy and in their faces that they're never going to expect it. You get to see Palpatine again. You know what I mean? So I think the second one hurt the third one. But if you would have taken any one of them by themselves, they're okay, decent. And I think, like I said, I think that they're going to get their flowers someday, just like the prequels are now.
Yeah, I agree with you. And we'll get into more Star Wars content. We're going to be celebrating our 3-year anniversary coming up here in October, and we're going to go back and revisit Star Wars content that we did all the way back in episode number 1. Actually, we rated all the movies back then. So now that there's been more
a lot more to rate.
Yes, that's right. There's been, it's not been more movies, but there's been more content, certainly all the series and everything else. And you're right, Dean. Sometimes if I'm thinking, this isn't necessarily the best episode or something like that, I pause and I think, like what you're saying. I think about me as a kid, and to think watching Star Wars on the big screen, just to say the original, to think that someday I would be sitting at home on a large screen television with the quality of picture that we have at home now, the flat screen, high def sound, the whole bit, like watching a movie at home these days.
Yeah.
And all this content, I would have been like, you wouldn't even be able to get your head around it. You know what I mean? So, so what the hell?
Because I do agree. My biggest thing about the prequels, the Palpatine was silly, just that was ham-fisted. But to me, the worst thing about it was how they treated Luke Skywalker. I think that's what most of the fans had the problem with. If I were to guess,
I agree.
That is the biggest sin. Other than that, you still got to see Chewbacca and Han Solo, and people are like, "Oh, Han Solo died." That's because that's probably what Harrison Ford agreed to in order to come back.
I agree with that.
Yep. He probably was like, "Can I kill him? All right, then I'll do it." That wasn't a plot device. That was Harrison Ford giving you what you wanted and he wanted. So
that's right.
Okay, right, I'm off my soapbox.
That's fine. Anything else, Dean?
Nope, that's it.
Hey there, if you like that video, or if you just like to watch us make fools of ourselves, please like and subscribe to this channel. We really appreciate it, and we hope to see you back here.
Thanking. Hold on. I realized the microphone's on this one. And it was like down here. All right. I have to plug this in. All right. Do it again.
Thanking you.
Oh.